So hello again everyone, this is Serevarno here. This is basically the start of the level up series that I wanted to do, and I chose the Gnome Warlock mainly because of the fact that never leveled a Gnome up and never played a caster class beyond level like 5 or 6. So I was fully inspired to do this series after watching WoWCrendors, leveling with WoWCrendor series. It was a lot of fun watching that, and I wanted to do my own. And the intention of this kind of series is to basically start level 1 and don't skip quest text, don't rush through the game. I'm going to be reading off quest text and actually try to get back in the game and get back into the storyline, and actually get involved with my character instead of just bum rushing my way to 100 on a new character. So I'm going to try not to use any heirlooms, mainly because of the fact that it will basically make half the content pointless because you're going to fly through it so fast. And I'd actually like to experience every part of each zone I go through and have you come in and go through with me. I also apologize for any audio issues. I'm not using the snowball mic or any kind of special recording equipment or anything like that. It's just my normal gaming headset on OBS with the settings, and it's not scripted, so you might hear me go So this is pretty raw. I won't be editing too much out unless there's a big quest where I got to get like 10 items from some kind of mob or something, and it takes forever to do it because the random generator hates me, which it always does. So I may edit that out a little bit, but as far as going back and doing a secondary voiceover or anything like that, won't be doing it. Pretty much gonna take the recording and put it into iMovie and just add a title and an end page, and that's pretty much it. So here we go. Check that out real quick, and alright, so we got my Gnome Warlock. It's basically just there he is, and I always suck at doing this, so these are just randomized until I see one pop up that I kind of like. Like that, but give him a little hair. And let's go with green for Fellfire. And for a name, we'll go with Sauced. So, alright, let's go ahead and watch the intro, and then we'll jump into leveling.
Given the recent political upheaval in Ironforge, the gnomes have suddenly found themselves unwelcomed guests within the city. Leveraging their ingenious technologies and unquenchable spirit for adventure, the gnomes have begun to reevaluate their role within Cosmodan. Under the inventive leadership of High Tinker Gelbin Mechatork, the gnomes now plan a daring campaign against the barbarous Trogs to retake their former capital of Gnomregon. With the odds stacked against them, the gnomes are counting on brave heroes such as you to stand and be counted. Your people's greatest hour draws near.
Alright, so the very first quest we got here for our little green-haired gnome. Pinned down. My name is Nevin Twistwrench, and I'm the commander of the Survivor Assistance Facilitation Expedition, or SAFE. Somebody really tried hard with that one. I don't know how you managed to survive the radiation done here, Sauced, but most of the others haven't fared so well. My team is rounding up the survivors, but the radiation addled leper gnomes are too numerous for us to hold back much longer. They've lost their minds. If you're still strong enough to wield a weapon or cast a spell, would you help us clear out some of these leper gnomes? So I gotta go kill 10 gnomes who are basically falling apart. And all I got when I start out is Shadow Bolt and my little summon here, which I'll put over here. That's where I have it on my DK, so. Spam, spam, Shadow Bolt. And you'll see the random random stuff pop up from other add-ons that I usually don't have running when I'm running it. So at least they're not even bothering with me. They don't care about me. I'm just over here on the side all by myself. Alright. I got copper. And that's it, 6 to 6. So go back. We're gonna turn it in. I almost want to do the go back and go get all the heirlooms for caster class, just because of the look of the gear is gonna be so bad until pretty much Wrath. Report to Carvo Blastbolt. I'm going to start preparing my men to leave this place. We can't hold out here any longer. I want you to move to a forward position in the middle of the large room ahead. You should find Carvo Blastbolt there. He'll give you further instructions. Good luck, Sauce, and I'll see you on the surface. So basically a gopher quest. Go over here, talk to this guy. Do things. He's up there, so like I said, I've never actually played a gnome. That doesn't seem like you should be able to. Got strong legs for a little gnome. Devin sent you ahead. That means he's getting ready to end the mission, but there are still survivors to be rescued. We have to help them. Alright, if we don't do something quick, neither Nevin nor the survivors will make it out of here alive. I'm going to give you my squad's emergency teleport beacon. We still have enough strength and ammunition to fight our way out of here, but those survivors are in no condition to make a run for it. Use the beacon on survivors to arrange for them to be teleported out of here to the safe area my men have set up. Once you've done that, report back to me and we'll make arrangements to get you out of here. So basically gonna beam people out. And is that the only quest? I hate when they just give me one quest at a time. It's like just let me do more than one at a time. Let's see here. Could jump down there and do it. Well, there's enough here. Alright, just make it a little faster. And just so you know, I am streaming this recording, so if you hear me talk to anybody in chat, you know, that's why. I always love quests like these. Alright, you saved 6 people. You clearly have enough time to save more people, but I'm sorry. I've already finished my quest. You aren't worth it. Always kind of sad to see things happen like that. Alright, I know, Nevin, we please all the survivors managed to help, even though you probably could have helped more, but we're not going to let you do that. I still can't believe you managed to stay so strong down here in the radiation. You've seen the shape the other survivors are in. Let's get you to the loading room for decontamination. Oh, I hit level 2, yeah. And I got nothing for it, yeah. Withdraw to the loading room. Excellent job gathering the other survivors. They and you are the reason safe teams keep coming down here. Nevin won't rest until we found and rescued every possible survivor. I'm sending my men to the loading room to prepare for decontamination. Please follow them and meet up with Gaffer Coilspring when you arrive. She'll set you up for decontamination and have you on your way to the surface. So, once again, just a go here, talk to this person. We're here, yay. It's good to meet you, Warlock. We rarely come across survivors as strong and capable as you are. It's because nobody levels characters anymore. They just boost to 90 most of the time. And capable as you are, I can help you get you decontaminated. Alright. You've been down here in Gnome for a long time, Sauce, and it's amazing that you survived and kept your wits so long. We need to get you out. Before we can send you to the surface to join the rest of the gnomes, you have to go through the decontamination process. Just head into the next room and board this Sanitron 500. It will do the rest. It shouldn't even hurt much. When you're all done, check in with technician Braggle and he'll make sure you get some suitable gear. I'm sure it won't be suitable in my eyes. It's like, just give me raid gear, let me go raid. let's do this and see what happens. She's literally gonna take me through a car wash. Oh, that doesn't look like it's decontaminating me. Looks like I basically crap myself. He's right there. Just let me go talk to him. Let me go talk to him. Seems very counterproductive to have that just explode. Can you just have it fly back? I mean, alright, there you are. Fit to head off the surface and start your new life. The High Tinker will be delighted to hear of your arrival. So I guess I'm going to Ironforge soon. Nevin has just sent word that he and his men are making their way to the surface. He'll be waiting for you in the building that Safe has established as its headquarters. See Torben Zapblast over there? Talk to him when you're ready to head to the surface, and he'll arrange to have you transported up there. It's been a pleasure meeting you, and I'm honored to have played a small role in helping you escape from Gnomeregan to start your life on the surface. So, please help me out. How do I get up there? Oh, I'm teleported. Ooh, snow. Good to see you again, Sauce. Without your help, we wouldn't have been able to get so many survivors out of Gnomeregan this time. Everyone is going to be thrilled to meet you and hear your story. It's a victory for us every time we're able to help another survivor escape from the contaminated halls of Gnomeregan. We're going to need all the help we can get to reclaim our home and rid ourselves of the trogs and irradiated gnomes. To that end, our leader, High Tinker Mechatork, has assembled a team of trainers to help you learn your arts. Alamar Grimm has taken up residence in the building just west of this one. He possesses powers similar to yours and can help get you adjusted. So going to New Tinka Town. No other quests? Nope. Okay. So far to travel. I don't know if I could travel that far on foot. It seems like it would be counterproductive as well. When time is of the essence, even though I'm not going to actually use heirlooms. So I got my little heirloom mount. Feel very chauffeured. So another one of Nevin's rescued survivors, eh? More than likely you saved his life from the trogs down there. Did you stumble over his words when he mentioned me? The man has a healthy respect for the demonic powers we channel. So, as warlocks tend to be, this guy's pretty full of them, so... I don't know if you'll remember Mechatork or not. Nevin tells me that memory loss is pretty common for a Gnomeregan survivor. Mechatork, or more properly the High Tinker Mechatork, is the leader of all the gnomes. He has made a habit of meeting with every rescued survivor personally, and you should introduce yourself to him. He'll be with his war council beneath the tent in the center of town. So go meet the big guy. Oh, a second quest finally, yeah! I'm not at all surprised that a warlock like you fought your way out of Gnomeregan. A few people, even among the gnomes, truly understand the nature of the power we wield. Didn't he just say that, like, not one quest text ago? As you become more powerful, you're going to start hearing the fell voices revealing their secrets to you, teaching you new spells. That's called going crazy in the real world. And I want you to go get some more experience. Once you learn something new, show me. Well, I learned how to pull a chauffeur motorcycle out of my butt. You figured that might be worth talking about. So I basically reached level 3 to learn corruption, then cast it on a training dummy. Dubby? Did I say dubby? I meant dummy. Alright, so basically level 3, and there's my XP. And we gotta go talk to Mechatork first. So here's the King of Gnomes, just sitting out here under a tent. Should he be in Ironforge? It's good to meet you, Sauce. You've probably heard of others. Speaking of Operation Gnomeregan, let me tell you a bit about what happened and why we left the dwarven city of Ironforge. See, like I said, I've never played a gnome, so every interaction I've had with gnomes was pretty much in the Tinker Town that was in Ironforge, which apparently they're not there anymore because they're, you know, trying to take back Gnomeregan, which has been under assault by Trog since day one of vanilla. Gnomes never really had their own true starting area. Used to, if I'm not mistaken, used to start in Dunborough with the dwarves. Used to just pretty much have both races start there. I think, I can't remember. Like I said, I've only ever leveled a gnome up to like 7 or 8. Never really went past that with them. So Alright, the dwarves of Ironforge kindly took us in when the Trog invasion and radiation forced us to leave Gnomergon for the first time, but even the kindness of friends can't quell the longing for home. I said I'd call for brave gnomes and other members of the Alliance to help us regain control of Gnomergon and defeat the usurper? There we go, that's the way I pronounce it. Usurper, Thermoplug, once and for all. We weren't able to achieve everything Operation Gnomergon set out to do, but Thermoplug is on the run and we're closer to home than ever. So basically, I'm gonna watch a training video.
We assembled a mighty force and defeated Thermoplug's servants, fighting our way into the city. But the usurper Thermoplug had one last trick up his sleeve. It's too quiet. Where are Thermoplug's defense forces? It's a trap! That's a fully functional irradiator!
No, no.
Irradiator 3000 activated. Attention, emergency. You now have 10 minutes to reach minimum safe distance.
10 minutes? Plenty of time to disarm the device. Hinkles, hand me that whirring bronze gizmo and some fresh spring water. Cogspin, toss me that dirty trog cloth and a handful of copper bolts.
10 minutes? You left the factory setting on. Give me that controller, you idiot! Attention, emergency. You now have 10
We gotta get out of here!
to reach
Lockforge,
minimum safe
beam us back,
distance.
quickly!
Ooh, sneaky, sneaky.
Oh, we were forced to retreat. Thermoplug continues to hide behind the radiation, sending his crony Crushcog to harass us here on the surface.
Alright,
Why,
so
hello there. How can I help you?
even now, only the safe teams dare to venture far into the city to search for survivors. Meanwhile, Thermoplug has sent one of his followers, Crushcog, to distract us and bide the time for him to dig in. We will need all the weapons, inventions, and soldiers we can get in order to defeat Razio Crushcog and his followers. Over to the northeast, you'll find Engineer Grindspark, one of a new generation of brilliant gnomish minds. Why, he hasn't had an explosion in over 3 prototypes. But enough bragging. Engineer Grindspark is working on a bot that he says will help clean up the toxic airfield. You should introduce yourself to him and see if he needs any help testing it. So Mechatork himself has heard of my little project? Splendid! I've almost finished my latest prototype. Maybe you can help me chase down those last few parts. There's just too much to do around here and too few gnomes on their feet to help. The High Tinker has asked me to start converting some of our old bots and parts from Operation Gnomergon, and I hope to have a new line of multi-bots ready for a field test soon. I don't suppose you'd have some time to help, do you? There are all kinds of parts scattered around, and pick up anything you find and bring it back to me. You never know what could turn out to be useful. So basically, I've got another Gopher quest. Everything's a fetch quest or Gopher quest, and well, that's all it is. What do I have over here? We'll do that. Should move that up there. Right, so, just laying around the ground. Don't even get to kill something yet? Jeez. I'll just go pick up some crap. I feel like this is just the way they keep the area clean. They tell you... Oh, I forgot to put on auto loot. Jeez. No. Controls. Auto loot. There we go. So all I did was basically look at the trash and be like, yeah, that looks pretty good. Just leave it there. And I feel like this might just be their way of keeping the area clean. Hey, there's a new guy. Let's tell him he can be helpful by picking up crap. Why, this is all just laying around randomly anyway. I mean, I know gnomes are very haphazard in the way they live and all, but you would think if you needed these parts for something, you might keep them a little closer to you. Alright, these are fantastic. Let's see what we can put together. Would you be interested in testing out the prototype once I'm done? If the multibot works, it will help us do all kinds of jobs that are unpleasant or dangerous for us gnomes. Gnomes aren't scared of dangerous projects. What are you talking about? After Thermoplug detonated his radiator at the end of Operation Gnome Texas clouds. Toxic clouds and ooze began bubbling up at the old airfield south of town. If we don't get it under control, the contamination could spread to the rest of our lands. Take the multibot with you and bring it close to the geysers in the green pools at the toxic airfield. Your bot should spring into action. So take this, collect that. Okay. Oh, there's another quest over here. Hello, Tox Bryce Brackett. Most of us have seen the sickly and deranged gnomes suffering from exposure to the poisons and radiation of Gnomeragun. I know I'm probably mangling the pronunciation of that, of the name of the town, so I apologize. Eventually, they will devolve further until they become mindless, but mostly harmless, godless. Where did that come from? But mostly harmless puddles of toxic sludge. My eyes might be messing up. It is kind of late at night. My research suggests that we may even be able to restore them from this state. Go to the toxic airfield to the south, subdue the toxic sludge I told you about, and bring back the possessions of the gnomes they once were. So, go collect crap. Like I said, it's pretty much all the quests in WoW are is go here, kill this, grab that, touch this, collect that. And I mean, it's pretty standard stuff, but I'm not gonna knock it. It's worked, and they've streamlined it over the years, so it is definitely better than it used to be. Corporal Fizzwhistle. Just wants to let you see like Captain Titty Sprinkles or something like that. Toxic Bryce Rocket has some crazy theory about these toxic sludges being the last remnants of gnomes, so my men have orders not to engage them for now. However, the toxic airfield just south of us is teeming with living contamination. They are elementals composed of contaminated water and other toxic materials. So he says just south of us, and I'm like looking at the contamination right there. It's like, can you just say just behind me? Left unchecked, they'll overrun the town. Will you help us dispose of them? Everybody's so just NPCs are so useless, aren't they? Just completely. Basically blast a bunch of elementals. You would think these three would have killed him by now. That doesn't even count because they were attacking him, so. New ability available, corruption, but I have to go learn it by talking to the quest guy, but I don't feel like doing that just yet. Remember, this definitely looking significantly different last time I was here with a gnome, but that was like 6 years ago, five or 6 years ago, so who knows. Okay, so I actually do have to walk into the green pools. I figured it'd probably poison me or something, which probably will. We're gonna speed this up a little bit. If I've been using the heirlooms, I'd probably be like level 7 by now. Which, I mean, if people want me to, I will use heirlooms. But keep in mind, if I do use heirlooms, there's going to be a lot of quests skipped, a lot of story skipped, because if I get to a zone where I'm like way too high for it, I'll just go ahead and move on. Alright, turning it in. What a relief. Thank you for your help. I hope that gadget engineer Grindspark was working on helps get the airfield cleaned up permanently. Ooh, I get a cloak and a new bag. If, like I said, if people do want me to use heirlooms just to speed up the process, because imagine this will take like a ton of videos and a ton of time to do, but I think it'll be good for just falling back in love with the game, maybe, because the storylines are always pretty cool. I'll try to do dungeons and stuff too, so that we get that storyline, because those usually tend to have pretty good chunk of it in there. Were you able to recover the belongings of any of the irradiated gnomes? I can't wait to give this new technology a try. We've lost more gnomes to radiation than we can count. It's time to turn that around. And you got a little bit of flavor text down here that's easy to skip over. He says, my brother has spent years working on a cure for leper gnomes. Using his notes, I think I perfected a process for restoring gnomes who've devolved to sludge. Do we actually get to see him try it? What happened to me? Absolutely amazing. We've done it. He didn't like explode into goo or something. And Sherry's a little small even by gnome standards, but he's all there. The real question is, what will he remember? Don't talk about me like I'm not here. All I know is I'm hungry and I need to get out of these hideous, smelly clothes. And then he's all like, no, don't leave. I have... Oh, he exploded. Never expected to work on the first trial. I mean, we've succeeded. I wonder what other uses that we can find for this handy little guy. So that's all the quests I had, and there's one that popped up over here now. Tread spark nozzle. The cataclysm tore open deep caves beneath Frostmane Hold, and trogs flooded out of their warrens. They succeeded in displacing the trolls who used to live there, and they stand to drive us out if we do not act. High Tinker Mechatork hired the renowned demolitionist Jessup McCree to close the caves and stem the trog advance. We have received no word about whether he was able to stop the trogs. Would you look for him at his camp near Frostbane Hold to the south beyond the toxic airfield? So go here talk to this person. It's like, will you help find him? We don't know where he is. Well, there's a big question mark on my map that tells me so. Alright, it won't be enough to collapse the tunnel, but I'm going to need my team and my equipment before I can get to the task. I can't do a dwarf voice. I can't do voices sometimes, so I'm not going to try. Arrgh! I didn't mean a pirate most of the time. Alright, I got 2 quests. Get me explosives back. It's going to take a lot of powder to collapse those caves. I don't know whether the damnable trogs understood that when they stole me supplies and kidnapped me demolitionists, but the outcome's the same. Ain't going to be able to blow nothing up until I got that powder back. Go south to Frostbane Hold and kill any of those trogs you find. Any one of them could be carrying me kegs of powder, so there's going to be like, what, 1 trog with 4 kegs, maybe? I don't know. So go kill, get stuff. And missing in action. For a job like this, I normally bring me whole crew of demolitionists with some help in setting up the powder, the charges, and the rest of the gear. The job gets done a lot faster. Those blasted trogs have me men caged all around Frostbane Hold, and now I'm here all alone without the personnel I need to finish the job. You look like a capable warlock, though. Would you find the demolitionists the trogs captured and break them out of their cages? Let's go stick my finger in some keyholes and unlock people. It's like, I can't do anything. I don't know where they are. They're too strong for me. Oh, they're 3 feet away? Okay, that's fine.
That's still recharging.
Shadow Bolt feels like it takes forever to cast, though.
I can't cast that yet.
See, I feel like he could have just walked out of that cage. Like, I mean, you are literally... See, he didn't even go out the door. He literally went outside of the hole. What's my range on this? What is... Oh, he's angry. Gee, thanks, Gnome, for going and doing something that I probably could have done myself. Yes, I got your supplies. And thank you for rescuing people. My team has finished setting up the powder kegs and the detonator at the bottom of the cave in the western part of Frostmane Hold. All you need to do is venture down there and activate the detonator to explode the powder and collapse those tunnels. That'll stop the flow of trogs from the deep parts of the earth Mechatork will have an easier time of dealing with the remaining Trogs if you can take out their leader, who calls himself Boss Brugger. Brugger. Good luck, Sost. I feel like I should be like taking a shot every time I do a quest or something with my character name. Anything else? No. So I'm gonna go. I remember when I first started playing, way back in vanilla. You didn't have. You couldn't just hit bring up your map and, oh hey, there's a quest over here, let me get, there it is, I need to go do it. You actually had to know the general direction. Did you? I want to say you did. I want to say they added all the quest tracking stuff later on, because I remember using, God, what was it? It wasn't Wowhead, it was something else. Mr. Rocket or Wow Rocket, or I can't remember what it was, but it was a very basic website. It wasn't even a Wikipedia site. It was basically just you search for something and go and find the answer, and there you go. And I've got a motorcycle because you get a chauffeured mechgineer for getting the achievement heirloom order, which I think was like 40 heirlooms. I don't remember where exactly that was. Anyway, yeah, that's what you get it for. Which it helps because, you know, you don't have to wait until level 20 for a mount. Which is funny. Oh, I had to wait till level 20 for a mount. Remember, I had to wait till level 40 way back in vanilla. And, man, just getting the gold for it was a pain in the butt. I want to say it cost like something like 100 gold back then. And the I want to say the training was 100 gold, which was, or was it 10 gold? I honestly don't remember, but it was really weird because the training itself was cheap compared to the cost of the epic mounts and the regular mounts, but it all equaled out in the end. I do remember not getting my epic mount until well after I hit 60 though, when I was running, I want to say it was Skullomance, whichever one has Rattlegore in it. And it was when it was still a 10-man, so I remember doing that boss, and he dropped a bottomless bag pattern, and I managed to win the roll on it. And it was, at the time, it was the largest bag pattern in the game that was craftable, and I think I sold it for a couple thousand gold, which back in vanilla made me feel rich as all get out. And let me get my epic riding and my epic mount, and ended up buying a Heartseeker dagger for my rogue. There's Boss Brugger. Brugger. Hey, Boss Brugger. Will he die before he gets to me? If I can ever cast? Wait. Oh, I gotta detonate it, that's right. Well, I killed the guy. I think I'll just leave and not actually finish my job. Why am I collapsing? There's already... There was no hole there. What am I collapsing? Anyway. Oh, I got some bracers. Well, it's time to start packing up and moving up to the next job. There's always something else to blow up out there. Somewhere there's a mountain that needs moving or a gorge that needs carving, and I'll be there to do it. Don't suppose you'd do me one more favor? Would you take this report back to High Tinker Mechatork in New Tinkertown? He needs to know that the Trogs won't be bothering his people again anytime soon, so... Take proof that you did your job, man. He's not going to believe you otherwise.
Necessity is the first cousin of invention.
The High Tinker reads Justice Report. Splendid news. With the Trogs taken care of, we should be able to turn our attention to Krushkog's troublemaking. It's a special occasion. Krushkog's minions. Our old enemy, Thermoplug, is doing his best to keep us from rebuilding and finishing our reclamation of Gnome. He sent one of his most loyal henchmen, Roslo Krushkog, and a force of irradiated gnomes to harry us. They've taken over an old arsenal up the road to the north, and Krushkog's technicians are repairing those weapons. We have to stop them before they're able to get those mechano tanks back online. Go to Crushcog Arsenal and eliminate as many of the technicians as you can. Didn't I already watch this? Oh, somebody must have done the quest and run off because they're not reading quest text or experiencing the story. They're too busy with leveling as fast as possible. Alright, Hinkle's Fast Blast. I wonder. We've lost more than a couple scouts trying to find out what exactly Razlo Kushkog plans to do with all those mechano tanks his irradiated technicians are repairing. We can't afford to take it slowly anymore. We must act before Krushkog turns his followers and his weapons on us. This techno grenade packs enough explosive power to destroy the mechano tanks and deny Krushkog their use. Take it north with you along the road to Krushkog's arsenal and take out those tanks. So go blow crap up. Works for me. I'll just put it right there and make it easier. And look, there's the map again. Go here, do this. God, it takes forever to cast Shadow Bolt, don't it? But let's go get Mr. Sauce quest turned in. We're level 5, which isn't much considering. I guess I think I'd be level 9 or 10, maybe 7 or 8 by now if I was using the heirlooms. And that all would have gone faster because I would have killed in one shot. But heirlooms do take away from the experience because you're flying through zones so fast. So should set his plans back a bit. I'll secure Chill Breeze Valley. Sounds like some kind of Candy Crush level or Sugar Crush from, what is it, Wreck-It Ralph. Mechatork will be pleased to hear that you've ruined Krushkog's plans to use our old weapons for his followers. Thought the mechano tanks under his command, he'll be weak and vulnerable, even though there was like 80 more there that I couldn't bother with because the quest was already done. I got a belt. Yeah. Oh, this ain't right. This seems like it's. Why am I talking to the road trainer? Well, High Tinker Mechatork, his military advisors, and I finalized the plans for the attack on Razlo Krushkog. I've sent my assistant ahead to Brunal Village to begin preparations. To get to Brunal Village, follow the road southeast out of town. Once you arrive, find Jarvie Shadowstep and see if he needs any help. Our dwarven cousins have dispatched a cadre of mountaineers from Iron Force to join us in the fight against Krushkogs. Go here, talk to this person.